So we get a ton of questions about Reading Eggs reports. And so I wanted to take a few minutes just to make a short video to talk about them. Now, I am in as a teacher right now, and if I come over here to the left-hand side and I click reports, I can come into any of these reports right here. Tons of stuff, tons of information. But if I click dashboard, that's where I'm at right now. So I have one class as this teacher, but this dashboard shows me all of the classes that I might have. So the first thing to note is that you can filter by date here. So this week, last 7 days, this month, last 90 days, this year, or last year. You can filter by class. You can even filter by student. You can also view it as a chart, which is what we're seeing right now, or as a table. I'm going to show you table in just a few minutes. And you can print it just like that. So here you have total usage over time. So I'm going to go ahead and click in. And this will show you a very detailed usage list. So you can see which lessons your students have completed. So you can see this student has completed 23, 24, and 25. But you can see this student started a little earlier. They started at 14 and they've done 5 total lessons. So all of this information is available to you in a really easily digestible manner. Likewise, you can see how much progress on average they're making as a class month to month. So we skipped February, but we came into March and we've done 29 in March. So all of this information is available to you. Let's go back. You can also view this by quizzes. So this is, again, very in-depth. We can see their average quiz score. If we were to click into the student, you would see the number of attempts, again, their average score, their lessons completed, all of that information would be on the student end. And of course, their Lexile growth. That's really important there. So the way Reading Eggs determines Lexile growth, while I'm thinking about that, is that in order to complete any given topic, we've assigned a Lexile level to that. So as students go through and they're completing these, we have determined that this is the Lexile level that would be required in order to complete this. So therefore, we can assume that students have achieved this Lexile level. All right. So again, we have all of this for things like driving tests mastered, books read. All of that information is there for you. Likewise, you can see, again, in this very bright and colorful way, how much we've done month to month. And if you hover over it, it'll show you all this good stuff. You can also choose to click into any of these. And again, we're going to see probably the same report we did earlier. Yep, this reading report. Same for books read. It's just the same information that's up here, just in a graphical format. So whatever makes the most sense for you is where you're going to want to look. I personally have found what makes the most sense for me is to view this as a table. So I always come right over here to table. And I like it because it's just, again, in a format that makes sense to me. So I'm going to scroll all the way down and you'll see the initial lesson. So that's the lesson that they were placed on in their placement test. Their highest lesson completed, the total number of lessons completed. So that means the student did 23, 24, and 25. So they've done a total of 3. And then if they've done a quiz, the attempts will show up here. So for example, this student has attempted 3 quizzes and their average quiz score is 96%. They are killing it. Good job. Here you can also see Lexile growth. Let me scooch over a little bit. You have to make sure you're full screen because this can kind of be hard to see all on one screen sometimes. So we have our initial Lexile. So you can see that the student started right here at 25 and then highest Lexile right here at 65. And then you can see a Lexile growth. Same with driving tests, books read, stories written, spelling lessons completed, certificates earned, and time in program. One thing to kind of note is as you're interpreting this, it's kind of a nice little measure to see how this looks as compared to how this looks. So if we have something over here that's like really big, and then this is really long or really low, then you know that maybe they aren't actually using the program when they're in the program, or maybe they're struggling a lot if they haven't gotten through. You'll see that usage is the total count of reading lessons completed, spelling lessons completed, driving tests mastered, stories written, and books read. Again, this was a really short video just to kind of showcase reports in Reading Eggs. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I'm going to make sure that my team's contact information is up on the screen now. You can also feel free to reach out to our amazing support department. Their contact information is going to be on the screen now as well. I know that your time is valuable. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Y'all have a wonderful rest of your day.